What's up, you guys? So today weather's looking pretty nice for the next couple days, so it's time to finally give the race car proper detail. The headlights are pretty much the first thing on the list. They're absolutely filthy. I don't know if you guys can see in here how bad they are, but that's the only thing that bothers me about this car. So I'm finally getting around to cleaning them. What I'm going to do is wet sand at 3500, wet sand at 2500, use an orange Chemical Guys cutting pad with V32, and then a white Chemical Guys polishing pad with V36. And then I'm going to seal them all up with JetSeal, and hopefully they hold for a little bit. I don't plan on keeping this car forever, but I would like to at least fix them because it is a little difficult to see at night with them. So I'm going to kind of try to film the best I can here, the process of it, and show you the before and after. I don't know here if I can get you a good before and after. The car has 225,000 miles on it, so other than some scratches here and there, it's not too bad. Mechanically, the car is great. This was my mother and father's car since it was brand new, and it's immaculate. They were gonna trade it into the dealer, and the dealer offered them like 500 bucks for it. So I said, screw that, I'll give you 1,500 bucks, I think, for it, and it's perfect for what I need it to be. So the interior is cherry. The interior of the car looks like it has 60,000 miles on it. There's no rust on it. It's been garage kept its entire life, so it's cool to have this car with this many mileage, this amount of mileage on it, and it still looked great. So hopefully the headlights will make it even look better. Once I'm done with the headlights, then I'll go through, clay it, and clean it up where I can, and put a nice coat of wax on it, and then she'll go away for the summer. So I'll do my best here to film this when I can and where I can, but I'm really going to be focusing on fixing it, so we'll see how this goes. So I'm actually going to start with 2500, then go to 3500. I had it backwards, but I have the sanding block here with some latex. This is 3500 and 2500. So put these on here and get started. So these, you just peel them off, lay them onto the foam here, and you have a nice block with a little foam flexible pad to hopefully help you kind of get around the edges and whatnot. So the car's taped off. I'm gonna actually pop the hood so I can get to the top of the headlight, and then we'll take it from there. So got water, sanding sheets on there. Spray this down. Once I get the hood up, we'll spray it down, and we'll keep erasing basically until the water that I keep spraying on every couple of seconds is clear. And then we'll move on to the superfine cutting pad, do the same thing, and then we'll switch over to the Torq and get the machine polish on there and polish out what we can. So hopefully this works out. First time attempting this on headlights this bad, so we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so that actually is a pretty big difference by default. So what I was doing was, when I was done, I took a clean towel, wiped it all off, and then rubbed my hands across to feel for any high spots or any of that like sand. Usually when these oxidize, that oxidation, you can feel it. It feels kind of like sand, or if you've never played a paint and felt a car that's been 10 years old or whatnot. So I went through, it's very smooth. As you can see, it's still hazy, but we'll take care of that. We'll clear that all up with the 3500 and the polishing. But so far this one feels smooth, so I'm going to go over to the other side. I'm not going to record that, it's the same process, and then I'll come back here. We'll switch the grid out to the 3500 Superfine. We'll go through and do that and see where we're at from there. Alright guys, got the 3500 grit, the Superfine on here now. Not sure if you can see that. All that's oxidation and all the shit that's run off that was on the headlight. So, let's get started on this one. Alright guys, so wet sanding's done. Look at all that. Feels pretty smooth, so hopefully we'll get everything taken care of here with some pads. So I have a 3.5 inch backing plate for my Torq 10FX, orange HexLogic cutting pad, white HexLogic polishing pad. I'm gonna get the backing plates swapped out, start with the orange and some V38, go through and start that process. We'll take it from there. Okay guys, so I don't know what I was thinking first of all. We're going to use V32 on the orange pad to cut, and then we'll use V36 on the white pad, on the white polishing pad to finish up. So I'm going to put this guy on center as I can. Shake this guy up here, and I'm only going to put probably 4 dots to start, and then we'll go from there. I'm using V32 as well because plastic need a little bit more part of a compound to cut through. Again, I don't proclaim myself to be an expert detailer, but these are just things that I've learned through doing this. So hopefully it can help you guys all in your own, instead of having to pay somebody to do this, give it a shot yourself. We'll start with that. Feel free to go ahead and fix your tape as you go. We want to try to protect the paint as best we can. It's looking pretty good. It didn't take much. In theory, the wet sanding takes a lot of that off. Now you're cleaning up the wet sanding marks. So I'm going to take a fresh towel, flip it over just to be safe. Buff this off. And what do you think, guys? That's before even the final polish, so it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the other side, and I'll come back and we'll do the final polish, and then we'll seal them up, and hopefully we'll see how long they hold. Go ahead and put the white polishing pad on here. And we're gonna go ahead and do a light polish with V36. I'm gonna spread it on speed setting 1, and I'll go up to 6, and then at the end I'll buff off any extra with the towel, and at that point we'll see how we look. I mean, hell, I'm pretty happy with that. Even without the final polish. We'll put the final polish on, and then we'll seal it with JetSeal, and go from there. what do you think? I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish up that side, come back, I'll put some JetSeal on. I'll show you guys that. I use just a microfiber square block applicator pad. Put some JetSeal on it, and go from there. I'm gonna take my towel, buff off the excess here, obviously, before I move on. That way I don't forget. And then I like to do each step at each side. And some people like to do one headlight all first, go back and do the other headlight all first. I like to do this one, do that one. That way I'm in the mental mindset of, okay, I'm doing a hard cut right now. So I want to cut as hard as I can, cut as hard as I can. That step's done. Next step, right, I want a final polish. Final polish, final polish. Get another. I use the green workhorse towels. These are my, buff off wax towels and whatnot. And I'll go ahead and wash these. I have that Chemical Guys microfiber wash as well. But let's take all this stuff off. That's what I'm talking about. Super smooth. I like it. I'm really happy with that. Alright guys, so here's the finished polished product. Yeah, night and day difference for me. So, going to go ahead and seal it up with Chemical Guys JetSeal. Use just a microfiber pad. And what I'm going to do is put the JetSeal on. Kind of use about that much. I'm going to put the JetSeal on, and then I'm going to let it, I always fold my pad in half to kind of spread it out a little bit. And I'm going to let it sit for about 20 minutes. Just like putting hand wax on a car. Make sure you get all the spots, because this is what's going to protect it now in the future from the sun and from this happening again. You get all the tops up here, run up pretty much up against my tape line in the end. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and do the other side, and I'll see you guys in 20 minutes. So guys, yeah, it's completed. Waited 25 minutes, maybe a little longer, but buffed off the JetSeal, and I used EcoSmart waterless wash, kind of cleaned up the rest. Basically, next step, I'm going to go ahead and, might not today, but I'm going to go ahead and get it all washed, cleaned, clayed, and then I'm going to, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to run a paint correction on it. Paint's not bad, and it's got a pinstripe going down the side. I don't know if I want to tape that off, but paint's not too bad. It really just needs a good clay and maybe like butter wet wax or some sort of final sealant. I might put something a little better than butter wet wax on. Butter wet wax is great, but it only temporarily, I wouldn't say temporary, but it only lasts 2-3 months, and I don't necessarily have an issue with that. I use Chemical Guys products all the time. I don't mind putting it on frequently because of the fact that it's so easy to put on and easy to take off. So I might, with this one, since it's going to sit for a little bit, I might go with lava. Chemical Guys lava would be pretty cool to put on here. Red, it'll pop. But yeah, that's all. Hopefully it all looks good. I think they look great. I think it turned out perfect. I mean, either way, it's going to be a lot better than what it was. Now, there is some oxidation going on the inside of the headlight, but there's nothing I can do about that. Again, the car's a 2002. What do you expect? So again, I'm real happy with it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer them the best I can in the comments. As always, if you want to give me a like on this video and subscribe, I have more stuff like this coming. Take care, guys.